Our chart of the day is Insmed. It is soaring today on positive results of a late-stage drug study. Those shares are hitting their highest level now in more than 20 years. Our next guest owns the stock. She focuses exclusively on investing in biotech companies. Michelle Ross, the CIO and managing partner at StemPoint Capital. Welcome back. It's good to see you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
It's been a little bit since a Sohn conference when we last visited. So, Insmed, tell us about this stock that you own and what has sent it on a double today alone.
So today we had the readout of a highly anticipated phase 3 study. It's the Aspen study in bronchiectasis. It's a very, jumble of letters there, but it basically is for patients who have an inflammation of the bronchi in their lungs. There is no treatment at present. You're basically going through antibiotic treatment, even hospitalization. This could be a game changer for those patients. In the U.S., there's approximately 400 to 450,000 of them, and this would be a pretty revolutionary treatment.
Wow. How long have you guys owned the stock?
We've owned it since the beginning of the year.
Wow, good for you. Merus. Now, we talked about Merus, right, at Sohn back in April. So it's up another 25% in the last week. Why?
Yes. So Merus, and this is what we were discussing at Sohn, is presenting their phase 2 data of petosemtamab. It is their drug for head and neck cancer. It's a bispecific antibody. They have a platform for these types of therapies. And this data actually demonstrated a 67% response rate in head and neck cancer that looks to be above, again, the standard of care that you're giving for these patients. They're going to be giving the full data set at the ASCO conference in the next few days.
Okay. So when you have stocks like Insmed, as we set up, better than 100%, or Merus, which has rallied a lot since we last saw you, do you take profits? Do you trim the... How does this work? I mean, how do you think about it yourself? The same way our viewers are probably thinking the same questions about their own stocks and their own portfolios.
It's a fantastic question. I think there's a lot of different ways to look at biotech stocks these days. They're called actually quite long duration assets in nature because of the time it takes to bring these products to market. And you need to look at them in different time points. And that's what we do, actually. And I look at things at the point of the kind of binary event, the catalyst that is going to change a probability of success of a drug reaching the market. I then look at it post-data in a compounding phase. If the stock has not appreciated and given the benefit of that move, of that potential meeting that drug to market and bringing it to patients, and I think that the opportunity set is even larger, or there's the potential de-risking of a pipeline, of an ability for this company to make more drugs similarly in fashion to this, then that will be a great compounding opportunity to continue to own these names.
Do you generally find that from phase 3 success to bringing a drug to market, what's the general time frame in something like that? And you must look at what's the typical further appreciation of a stock in thinking about it? How should we think about that?
Yes, so this will go to the FDA. This will go to governing bodies around the world, potentially European agencies as well, internationally. That is given a timetable. In the U.S., the typical approach is you see anywhere from 9 months to upwards of even a year, sometimes if there's more data that is deemed necessary. So there is a time point where the data now goes over to a regulatory body, is handed off, is viewed from a risk-reward standpoint. Does the safety match up? Does the efficacy match up? Is that something worthwhile bringing to the markets? During that time, you would hope that the company is working through bringing the product to the market by setting up a commercial infrastructure. Are they hiring different people to be able to do that? Are they working with reimbursement specialists? Have they been able to negotiate what that price will be when it ultimately reaches the market? Those are things that we're figuring out as well when we look at these stocks. And when we see a disconnect between the price and the market and what we ultimately think something can be worth longer term, we will sit there. But I do want to make that statement that we've talked about in the past, that the science is moving quite quickly. And it is actually a wonderful thing for patients to say that great drugs, even from the last few years, can be antiquated. So I think you're always looking over your shoulder and saying what is coming and who is potentially going to leapfrog this great technology. I call it set it and forget it. We never want to be in that pattern that you think you've hit a pinnacle and nothing better is going to come and take that
If you're looking at groundbreaking businesses, Ideaya Biosciences,
yes.
You own that, or it's going to sort of, you have your eye on it? Ideaya. So they're going to present at ASCO with an update. What do they do, and why are you watching it? Why do you own it?
So they have a fantastic platform in these technologies, particularly for oncology. And when we talk about a platform, it's an approach to being able to make drugs in a very unique way. You're targeting a specific approach to being able to engage the immune system in many ways. And theirs, it is synthetic lethality is the approach they are taking. What they are going to show us is that first step in this platform of drugs in an area of uveal melanoma. It is the #1 cause of eye cancer in this country. They're going to be able to show us how many patients had a salvage of their actual eye, who were able to continue to see response rates, and this technology ultimately can be used for other indications as well.
So the outcome of knowing that a company like this is going to be presenting with an update is fully binary then, right?
To some degree. Now, what's happened is we have received, and we did last Thursday night, the abstract data for this conference. So we are, in essence, bringing forward to some degree what the turn of the card is going to show. That cutoff of data happened earlier in the year.
Okay.
So we are going to get an updated version based on, right before the medical meeting, in a time point to see how much this data has advanced as well.
And you've owned this stock for how long?
As well, also for over a year.
Over a year.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
Good having you on.
Pleasure.
And we don't talk enough about these kinds of stocks. Interesting. We'll follow ASCO and see what happens there. Michelle Ross.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you spending time with us.